What's up guys, finally back with another review, and this time it's a figure I've really been looking forward to. It's the Golden Armor Wonder Woman from the new Wonder Woman 84 movie, which will hopefully come out eventually. Now I was going to review the White Widow with Stan, but I feel like it's been so long you guys probably don't care about that review anymore. But if you do, just let me know in the comments below and I'll see about fitting her in. Now I wanted to review her sooner, but school has been extra killer recently because apparently some professors think that since we're stuck at home, we now have more time for homework and studying, because even though the world's falling apart, school apparently should still be the top priority. To keep this video safe for work, I'll keep my comments on that to myself. But I think this post by an empathetic professor says it all. But anywho, enough with that. Let's take a look on the brighter side with this Golden Armor Gal Gadot. Now, starting with the empty box front, we get some comic-y stuff in the background, which looks pretty cool, and of course the Wonder Woman name. Here's one side with font so big that if you can't read it, really nothing can help you. There's the top, and then there's the side with the little Wonder Woman logo, and then the bottom with the UPC. And here's the back with what looks to be a movie still of Wonder Woman in her armor and a little bit desaturated. Could be more colorful. But then there's the other figures right there with the Arkham Knight Batmans, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but who knows if the figure's cool. Now, quick word of warning, the figure is held in by an invisible clear zip tie that actually goes underneath her armor on her waist. I did not see that initially, and I was just tugging and tugging, and I was like, what is going on? Then I finally saw it, and yeah, don't pull hard, flip it around, cut the tie off or untie it, and then get the figure out, because you're gonna break the figure. And bam, there she is, guys, Golden Armor Wonder Woman in her full awesomeness, and this gold is just absolutely beautiful. Just look at how that shimmers. Now, I saw the product shots, and most of the time you see the product shots and you're like, yeah, it's not gonna look that good. This time though, it actually does. Although I'm going to take the wings off here because these are going to be annoying for the review close-ups, so we'll just look at those later. And now let's go ahead and get into the close-ups. And starting with the head, first off, they did a fantastic job on the face sculpt. Now these Wonder Woman figures are significant because these are actually the very first DC Multiverse movie figures that McFarlane has made. Now when it comes to likeness, this is also the very first actual actress likeness that didn't have a mask, because Green Arrow, they did the TV version, but he had, an eye mask that didn't really count. This one's full on face sculpt and it looks really nice. And of course the rest of the head looks great as well. Love the armor and the gold that they put on there. It's so shiny and just beautiful looking, so shimmery. The hair looks great as well, and the hair's a little bit flexible but still holds its shape, so you don't have to worry about the hair just kind of, just bending out of place and all that stuff. Now going back to the face actually, because it's just so well done. The paint job, the paint application on it is very impressive, because if you look at it, it looks like they're trying to do, or not trying to do, they did a kind of hybrid version of Hasbro's face print tech, because you see a little bit of the dot matrix system that they have in it, that Hasbro has, but it's very, very faint. It's in the eyes mainly, but you see the makeup they put on her face, the blush, the lipstick, the eyeliner. It's just crisp and solid, but it doesn't look cartoony or just toyish, which is, they did a really great job on that. I really love the paint job. And then this helmet here, if you look, there's a little gap right up here because the face and this little piece, the gold piece on the cheek, that's part of the face. This actual top part's the helmet. You see the line right there, so that's glued on right there. And despite the hair, her head can still rotate in a full circle there and has some side to side, quite a decent amount, and goes up and down. And if you there you go, down. And then if you want to take a closer look at how the head connects, it probably could come off, but I'm not going to pull it off because I don't really want to try. The gold armor goes all the way up deep in there, as you can see, so that is very great for posing. And moving into the body, just look at that gold. It's so shimmery and shiny. I love the gold that they use for it, and the application of it. It's just so shiny and shimmery and splendid. Wait, is that a copyrighted song? Even the back looks great. The sides, of course, look great as well. And there's the back there, still shining and shimmering and just so well done. You got the little holes for her wings there. This piece is glued on. Now, at first I thought this gold was just the color of the material that they used, but if you look very closely, you can see very faint, sometimes not too faint, brush marks. So it looks like it's actually painted on gold, which means that it can chip if you aren't careful with it, so definitely be careful with that. Now this top armor here, it seems like it's hard overall, from the top parts and sides, but this little thingy right there that sticks out, that part is soft and flexible, as you can see, but the actual side right here, I don't want to use my fingernail so I don't mar it, is actually pretty hard. So just that part's pretty soft. And as for the bottom portion here, this is actually a very soft material. The entire thing, you can see, that was actually good right there. You see that kind of flapping around. This actually bends upwards, as you can see, and then the back also bends all the way up, and then you see the legal jumbo is hidden underneath, which is awesome. And you can kind of see how the paint color on the inside is a little bit less amazing as the outside, so definitely more into the paint there. And you can see the inside there. Let's get a closer zoom. Actually, let me turn the lights up. All right, there we go. That should be a little bit brighter. And then you can see on the inside there, you got the waist here. It just ends and it goes into the plastic portion there. Now also, this waist piece right here is, oh, actually, let me show you this real quick. What's really cool is that when you bend it, since it's soft, you see how it gets, this kind of sticks up, oh well, but it gets out of the way, especially when you go backwards. So that's a nice touch for that being soft like that. Actually, okay, move the arm out of the way and turn down the lights a bit. It was super shiny. But yeah, there you go. You see how it bends backwards and bends forward. Now, as I was saying, this torso piece right here is actually a soft piece. Try to get, there you go. You can see how it bends just like that. It's just rubbery. And what's really nice, it goes all the way around, is that when you move the leg back, look at how it just form fits right there. You move her leg up, you kind of see that. But watch what happens when you move the leg back. Watch how it, you see how it bends backwards like that, but then check this out. See how it form fits? It's almost, you can barely see the seam. It looks not, it's almost like realistic armor. Same thing for this side. See how you see that? Then you move that back and then it just flexes with it, but it actually looks really nice. So I actually really like that they use this kind of soft rubber for the waist here, and the paint just looks amazing on it, and the sculpt's just like, they did a great job on this. And as for waist movement, she has great side to side, very impressive, and she does turn. You probably could go 360, but as you can see, it starts to expand and you might permanently just kind of stretch that out. So I wouldn't go all the way if I were you, unless you had reason to make her an exorcism. But anyway, she goes that far forward thanks to the soft rubber, and that far back. Actually, I think she keeps going. Yeah, really, wow. She can really look up, actually. Nope, that's as far as she looks up. And the gold paint goes all the way up the armor piece, thankfully, so you can have her posed in whatever position or just extremity that you want, and you'll still get some nice gold. And going back up to the arm, I'm really liking the sculpting that they did here. Of course, it's based off the suit design, so the suit designer for the film is just like, great job on this, but the fact that McFarlane was able to transfer that awesomeness into a figure is definitely a plus. Love this shiny silver as well. It's just, they picked such a bright and very just uplifting silver, if that makes any sense. But anyways, it looks great here. She has a little glove there. It's actually two tones. Very difficult to see, but it's a very nice touch that they made that very kind of, you know, slight off tone and stuff. But anyways, the shoulder pads right here, one thing I do want to warn you is they're soft, and if you look right up here, they do bend up out of the way, thankfully, for the arm. But if you look there, they're attached by those parts right there, and the edges are squared off. So you know, because of that, if you just move it slightly this way, that way, whatnot, it will tear. So you definitely don't want to catch this edge and just go, it'll tear. Catch this edge, it'll definitely tear. So be very careful with these shoulder pads. And of course, a nice thing I love about McFarlane is their attention to details. And as you can see, she has a butterfly joint, and the gold goes all the way inside, even up here. And actually, what's nice here is they actually didn't put gold on the joint there, because it would have just chipped and that would have been irritating. So that's definitely forward thinking right there. But anyways, the butterfly joint goes that far backwards and that far forward quite a bit. Then you can see right there, you move it back, move it forward, and of course her arm goes in a circle. Zoom out there. Her arm goes in a circle, and that doesn't get hindered because of that nice, soft, easily tearable shoulder thing. And then her bicep swivels almost all the way. It does start to get tight, so I wouldn't push it because you might permanently stretch it. She has a double jointed elbow that gives her great range there. Very clicky too. Not that kind of annoying click, but a very solid, just like I'm in position click. And then her hand spins in a circle and goes up and down because of that joint. And of course, if you want that to spin, just kind of get it down there to get leverage, and then the whole ball spins with it. And actually forgot this one, the shoulder goes that far up, and then when you have the shoulder joint, it goes really up. She's just raising her hand. But anyways, and here's a better look at the butterfly joint at the range here. So here's full make sure the arm doesn't move. Full back and full forward. So that is the isolated butterfly. Oop, the arm moved. The isolated butterfly joint range. And moving into the legs, they are gorgeously sculpted. Just look at that. Just scale armor goes all the way on the inside there. No thigh swivel. I kind of wish they had that, but anyways, got that there. Got this gold piece, which is nice and smooth, combined with the textured portions right there, going all the way around. And then you have the knee pads there that, I don't know about you guys, but they seem actually, wait, never mind. they twist. I thought they were a little off, but anyways, they look really nice as well. Got some nice detailing. I just love the gold. I love the combination of the smooth gold with the texture gold. Then there's her little Wonder Woman boots that just, they're armored and they look gorgeous. Just, oh, this gold is beautiful. Look at that. She even has treads on the bottom. Now, one side note is that I think these legs here are disproportionately long compared to her. I think she has comic book superhero 9 head height probably going on here. I could probably count, but I'm too lazy to. But it's okay because it looks good. But then again, Gal Gadot is pretty tall, so it could be accurate. But anyways, as for articulation, her leg goes that far forward, quite a bit, and then backwards with the little kind of booty flexing with it, which is nice. And she has some pretty decent splits as well. Now, the McFarlane figures don't have a thigh swivel, unfortunately, but they do have a kind of a swivel. It's kind of a little bit. Yeah, when I was saying the knees was off earlier, it's because like it was just swiveled, the whole leg was swiveled off, so I thought it was off, but you swivel it back. But anyways, you can see it better when you look here. If you see, you can see how it's swiveling like that. That is the extent of McFarlane's thigh swivel. So I wish it could be more, but then again, it does look nice. So she has a double jointed knee with very strong clicks, but doesn't go very far back. It's a little over 90, so that's not too bad. And just a warning on the way back forward, make sure you don't have your finger there, because if you do, it's going to be a very uncomfortable pinch. Don't ask me how I know that. And as for a boot, it spins in a circle and it does go forward and back, but when you have it in the full forward position or the aligned position like that, it doesn't, because as you can see, it gets stuck by the sculpting there. But if you turn it sideways, now that the sculpting's gone, it does go forward and back. I don't know why you would do it that way though. That sounds very Exorcist. But anyways, her toes go very far forward as well. And for accessories, she comes with these gorgeous golden wings here. Now they're both the same, they just flip for left and right, so we'll just take a closer look at one. Now first off, they're actually pretty stiff. As you can see, they have some bend to it, but it holds its shape very well. Get focused. It springs back, so it holds its shape. Same thing for this side. It's got a little flex to it, but it holds its shape, thankfully. And the paint on, just look how it shimmers, just catches the light, just gorgeous. Love the details as well. They're nice and raised. You just feel that texture as you just run your fingers across, which is great. Now they don't expand or anything, which I was kind of hoping they would do. You know, like Hellbat here. This design was just so genius. I love how it folds out. I was hoping the same thing would happen with these wings, but unfortunately not. They do not fold out. Oh, kind of a cool thing, when you fold them up, it makes the bat symbol, so that was kind of cool. Now the wing attaches by this little ball joint right here, as you can see, and it's got some articulation there. And the thing is, it's very difficult to articulate and rotate when it's on the figure, so I recommend just kind of pre-articulating it. Just kind of put it down so you get a leverage. It's going to be very tight at first, but if you just kind of wiggle it around and stuff, you can get that leverage and then just set it up before you put it on the figure. Otherwise, you'll just hate life. Alright, now to put it on the figure, you just plug them into the holes. It seems like a very McFarlane standard now at this point, the design that they have here. So you just plug that in like so. Very tight fit at first. Oh wow, actually looks like I've loosened the joint. So once you loosen the joint, it's not so bad. Then you get this side here and you plug that in as well. Yeah, notice how I had them sideways like this and not like that, because if you do it like that, I mean, come on, it goes in, but then as you can see, you can't really flex it forward without it just falling out. So that's why I like to have it sideways like that, so the joint's running horizontal, and then when you plug it in like that, you now can flap the wings and make her fly like a Wonder Woman. And that's what she looks like with her wings fully flexed up, and of course you can flex them down as well and go even further. Oh, fell off. further down. Let me fix that. Actually, I found out what happened. When you go all the way back, as you can see, they start hitting each other and causing interference, and then this just ended up popping this one out. So that's why that happened. So definitely be aware of that. And then of course you can just fold them all the way back as well. And as you can see, that disappears and looks pretty nice. But you see how far back they go. Naturally, the balance is going to be extremely off, and then she just falls over like that. But that's where the stand comes in. Now this stand here is the exact same stand that came with Superman here. You have the base here that has a peg for the top there, and then a slit right there for the stand to go into. Man, the focus is going crazy because it's like there's something there, but it's not there because it's clear. But anyways, you just pop it in there, and then there you go. You have the stand that goes up and down, then opens like that. And I don't think it rotates. I forgot. Nope, it doesn't rotate. Just goes up and down and then opens up and clamps. Actually, it does rotate. It was really tight, and there we go. It was really tight and I had to break it loose. And that's what she looks like being held up with the stand. Gives probably like 2 inches. It's very wobbly, but sturdy. Very wobbly, but sturdy. It's kind of fun. It's like a clock. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Okay, I'm done. And here's a close look of what the stand looks like on her waist there. I put it on her waist. I'm sure you can clamp her leg there. Goes around there. You have to make sure the wings are out of the way, because if they're there, it's just going to kind of get in the way there and they'll intercept each other. Actually, you can clamp her by her thigh there. That's as high or as low as you can go, as you can see, because otherwise it's too wide. But yeah, just kind of got to balance her really nicely, because it's just very unstable on her thigh there, and I can make this work. I don't think I made it work. And finally, she also comes with this trading card here, which is just a smaller picture of the picture that's on the back, but on this, kind of cardboard card here, which is the definition of a trading card. But anyways, here's the back here with some wording if you want to read that. Let's get close. Ooh, it's bright. Let me change that. Okay, that should be better. I'm gonna hold it very, very still in case you guys want to read, because you guys like books or something. All right, now one thing I do want to address before we get into comparisons is it's actually very difficult once you put her wings on like that to have her standing straight up, because she keeps falling back because her center of gravity is moved very far back. And the thing is, the fact that you can't move the legs forward, because as you can see, it gets stuck by the sculpting right there. Like I said, it does bend forward, but it can't when you have it lined up because of that. And because of that feature, or not feature, so to speak, you can't bend her forward enough to actually make her center of gravity forward. So you have to bend her torso, but then when you do that, as you can see, you have to bend it up really forward. Just look at that. You can kind of see the difficulty I'm having. Okay, she's finally at a good balance point, but you can't see, she's starting to fall back. You can't really get her looking up, and it's just really, okay, there we go. That just looks really weird. And then when you put it from the front here, she's kind of looking down. So that's one bummer about this. So you kind of do need a stand. Or another option is if you really flatten her wings forward like so, to really get that center of balance forward. As you can see, she's more flatter, and then you pull her leg back so that you're basically readjusting the center of balance there, because her ankle, I don't know why I called it her leg before, her ankle doesn't go forward. As you can see, that doesn't look so bad, because I think the center of gravity is probably right here. So this works. And then from the forward view, that's what she looks like, and that looks much better, although she still has she's really sticking that out there. But that's how you can get it to stand without a stand. Yeah. Alright, now for some comparisons. Here she is next to her fellow DC Multiverse McFarlane figures, and they're just all big, just really big. Actually, I think Wonder Woman's actually a little bit taller than Superman. Huh, interesting. Must be the heels. And here she is next to a Mattel DC Multiverse figure, and he tiny. And here she is next to some Marvel Hasbro Legends, or Hasbro Legends. Dang it. Here she is next to the Trinity with the DC Collectibles Nightfall Batman, which I really love that Batman, and of course the Superman you saw earlier. Actually, I think they go pretty well together. What do you guys think? Here she is next to some other gold themed figures, and actually, you know what? That's better. And finally, here she is next to a banana. Stupid banana. Well guys, overall, I really love this figure. Like, if I could marry this figure, I would. Is that weird? Yeah, that's weird. I should probably edit that out. But then again, it does get the point across. Anywho, the sculpt is fantastic. The likeness to Gal Gadot is superb, and the gold is enough to make King Midas blush. McFarlane Toys, you get a gold star. Packed and shipped, heading to your doorstep soon. Metaphorically. I definitely need to get the regular suit WW84 figure now. But anywho dudes, I hope all you guys are keeping healthy and entertained, and now I have to get back to my bottomless pit of soul-sapping homework. But until next time, thanks for watching, stay safe, stay classy, have a hamburger, and peace.